Welcome to Boy Time Podcast. We're gonna get litty time, yeah. Oh, it's your Boy Time Podcast. Coming in with the slam dunk of a theme song.
Hi ho, it's me, the perfect woman, back at it again with another episode of the Boy Time Podcast. And as always, I'm joined by Babby and Paul.
Yeah.
Yep, we got a perfect podcast for you. It's an absolute perfect one in the fact that anybody will watch this. And everybody. Alright?
Why is that?
Nope.
Do we have a special topic?
We do have
for
a special
everybody.
topic. We're talking about The Last of Us 3.
Uh-oh.
Already?
Yep.
I haven't played it yet.
I just played it and beat it.
It's already out.
It is probably the worst game I've ever played, honestly.
Oh,
It was a
Relatable.
weird choice in that they decided to kill Ellie off right off the bat. And then
yeah.
Joel came back from the grave because a zombie went into his grave and then bit him, and then he came back.
Yeah. Now we have to put a spoiler warning 10 seconds into the episode.
Oh, oops. I didn't mean to say that without putting a spoiler
We're professionals
warning.
here.
Oh no, I didn't mean to say that. Anyways, how about that George Lucas thing? That's crazy.
What George Lucas thing?
I can't believe he died.
Oh.
Not yet.
Not
I
yet,
can't believe it's not butter. For Christ's sake, how's it not butter?
because it's margarine.
Yikes.
It's completely different than butter.
Yeah.
Actually. They don't even taste the same.
I guess a little bit. There's hints of butter in it, but...
It looks like butter and that's it.
Well, is there even like a stick of I can't believe it's not butter? Because I've only seen the spray butter variant.
There's a tub of it.
No.
I don't know if there's a stick version.
Okay.
I mean, the spray version is the only version I would use because it's like a funny, like, it's like a thing, you know?
Piece.
Like, why would I not use regular butter, like, if I didn't want to spray it? Like, I want to spray the butter if I'm getting margarine.
Spray the butter.
Is there spray butter of actual butter?
I doubt it.
Okay.
And if it is, it's probably not that high quality.
I don't know why I'm just thinking about this right now.
I don't know.
Because I can't believe it's not butter, obviously.
I answered the question, so I'm playing into it, I guess.
Okay. Oh, man. Well, we've had an eventful week. Right?
As eventful
no.
as figuring out why it's not butter.
Yeah, that's
not-
pretty much the most eventful thing I've done.
Yeah.
What did I read this week? Oh, I read Tina Fey's
Hopefully
book.
Harry Potter. Oh.
I didn't read Harry Potter. J.K. Rowling's
Dang.
canceled, remember?
Oh. I
For the
didn't
seventh
remember.
time. She'll probably get canceled 2 more times by the time you're hearing this.
Probably. Wait, why did she say that black people can't get vitiligo because it goes against their race? Why? That's a dumb thing to say.
She is kind of the queen of saying dumb things, so.
And then being like, no, guys, I'm an ally. I
Yeah,
wrote
I'm an
Harry
ally.
Potter.
I'm also going to criticize every single part of your, like, community. But don't worry, I support you.
Yeah. I don't get her ideology most of the time where it's like, I am
Yeah.
like the biggest feminist in the whole wide world. But transgender people, can you guys just stop? I don't like you.
You're too scary.
But I'm an ally.
But
Bye.
if you are attacking trans women, then that affects me on a personal level. But also don't transition because it's bad for you.
Yeah.
It's bad for your health.
Which I mean, I don't know, I haven't looked too much in the medical side of that, but I'm sure there's like some sort of medical, like there's a chance that it can do something.
I mean, there's always a chance
There's
of
always a
something going wrong.
chance, yeah.
Like, I could, like, drop the pliers and, like, whoops. And then they, like, cut something accidentally.
Yeah.
Oh, they get pretty. I'm pretty sure they just get in prison because of that. So they're probably not going to do that because of that reason.
Well, that's called
Or
medical
at least sue.
malpractice, and you can get sued. Yeah. Yeah, I know all about that. I actually, I practice medical malpractice law. If you guys are ever on like,
Study
like
law.
a public access channel and you see like an ad for a lawyer company where it's like, did a doctor ever stab you with a scalpel and cut one of your main
Except I don't
arteries?
think they do that.
No, they do accident stuff.
Yeah, all of them are like car accidents. It's never like anything else.
I think they do workplace accidents too.
No.
But
Cut
It's
my
mostly
hand off
car
at the
accidents.
cheese factory.
Oh no, what's
Cheesecake
can I do?
Yeah.
oh no, I minced my fingers into little pieces at Jimmy John. I better call Hupie and Abraham.
I better call Sal.
Better call Saul. Yeah, he would do that.
That's true.
Well, I know, like, at least when I was in Jimmy John's, they made me sign a thing that was like, hey, if you cut your hand off, then you can't sue Jimmy John's. But here's a little joker's trick. I never turned that in, and nobody ever corrected. Or like, was like, hey, you should turn that in. Well, actually, that did happen once. Like, a year later, they're like, hey, I never got this thing from you. And I'm like, oh, okay, so do I need to get it to you guys? And they're like, yeah, probably. I'm like, okay, I'll get it to you the next time I come in. And then I never did.
Nice.
Just in case.
You never know what to sue somebody.
Exactly.
And then you gotta leave it in the car just in case they like force you to pretty much give it. Then you're like, okay, I'll just go get it. It's in the car.
Oh, go get it.
And then never come back.
And then never come back because I want to sue Jimmy John. That's my dream. Except I don't think it would even be worth it because legal fees, I don't think I would make that back for what I'm getting from cutting my own hand off.
$10, man. It's something.
Even if you have to work 1,000 hours to get it.
I guess it is still stealing money from Jimmy John, so I guess that would be a good thing.
I guess that's a good thing.
Yeah. I'll think about it. I don't work there anymore, but I'll think about it.
Yeah, you can think of something.
Yeah. I'll work there for one shift, and then I'll climb in the oven, and then I'll get burnt alive.
There we go.
Oof! I was put in oven by Mad Dog.
Oh no!
I was spooked in oven.
I was pressured by my boss to jump in the oven.
I was peer pressured.
And he implied that if I didn't jump in the oven, then I would lose my job. So.
And I need to pay for my kids.
Yeah, and so it was the only job I ever have. So, I guess you could say that he was a bad guy, and I need $2.5 million from Jimmy John to make it right.
I mean, everybody knows Jimmy John's a bad guy already, so.
Yeah, I think the judge would be like, yeah, he probably deserved it.
He probably did that.
Probably.
Oh man, if you guys don't know anything about Jimmy John's and his shady dealings, just search Jimmy John Big Game Hunter. Something should show up.
He's what, the big game hunter?
He's a big game
I'm not talking about the arcade game.
No, that's Big Buck Hunter. Hey, I would play that with Jimmy John. He'd probably get like all the deer.
He'd probably be the best at it.
Yeah. And
Except
then it would be
you just shoot all the does instead of the deer because it's illegal.
I always used to play the one that was like the safari one, so you would like hunt gazelles or something, but then like a trophy animal would show up and it would like run across the screen. I bet Jimmy John would just like sit back in like a folding chair while I kill all the gazelles, and then as soon as that jaguar jumps out, he's like, "Bow! Got him! I killed the last female jaguar in the Serengeti." I was like, Jimmy John, why would you play it like that?
Oh, Jimmy John, you're funny. You should become a comedian.
He is. He makes me laugh. Have you seen the signs around his store? They make me
Pretty
laugh
funny.
so hard. My favorite one is all the ones that he has that are Warren Buffett quotes. Those were my favorite. They make me laugh.
Yeah. You will never be Warren Buffett, Jimmy John.
Nope. Well, that's why, like, some people when I was working there, they were like, isn't Jimmy John's company owned by Warren Buffett? I'm like, I don't think so. But, like, there's so many signs around this store that are Warren Buffett quotes. Like, I don't know what to tell you. I think
Warren
he owns
Buffett
it.
finds out and suits Jimmy
I
John.
don't know.
I don't
Whatever.
think...
Jimmy.
Can you sue someone over a quote?
I mean, if it's your quote and they're profiting directly off of it.
Man, I'm pretty sure you get the profit off of it, which, I mean, I don't really know if you can... You
could make a case for
You
that,
can
I
make
guess.
a case
You
for
have to
if it's
argue
in the
about,
store.
this sign is making it
I'm
more
only here for
profit.
the sign with the Warren Buffett quote on it.
Get some
But I'll
witness
also
who's
get a
like,
say
yeah,
it.
I look at this sign every time I go to Jimmy John's. It's the only reason I eat there. So that sign is giving them money technically. And then you're like, yep, we can sue him for that.
Oh, we're gonna sue him.
Can't get over
Yeah, I don't know. Because, like, people will put, like, movie quotes or something on T-shirts.
Sure.
Could you sue someone for that?
No.
Maybe if you're petty.
True.
Pity man.
Wait, so let's say that there was, like, I don't know, a song by, like, just throwing
Michael
a band
Jackson.
out, Yellow Card or something. And it came out in, like, 1999. But then, like, a different artist released a song in 2017 that kind of sounds like it, but not really at all. Do you think that they would have a case then?
Yeah, if they're petty,
I mean, there's already songs that sound the same, so.
which they are.
They are. Well, also keep in mind that, I don't know, this guy who just released a song in 2017, he was 9 when the song from Yellow Card came out. So,
No one will keep that in mind, though.
yeah, I won't. Also, he died. So,
Yeah, and then you still,
and they still sued him.
and then
That's
it's still
the cool-
sue.
That's the coolest part, I
It's
think.
pretty funny.
Take up the corpse, you're suing it.
How many monthly listeners do you think Yellow Card has?
I'm gonna say like 37,000.
Oh, I'll also say 30.
37,000? These guys did
Yeah.
Ocean Avenue.
Yeah, 37,000.
Okay, well, you're wrong. It's 2.9 million.
It's 37,000 to me.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think I could even, like, tell you how Ocean Avenue goes. And that's, like, the only song that I know is a Yellow Card song.
One hit wonders. Oh my god. Oh.
Pretty much. Because Ocean Avenue has 160 million. And their next one is 60 million. That's the same album that Ocean Avenue is on. So, I don't know. Sorry, Yellow Card, but you suck.
Yeah,
All my homies hate Yellow Card.
it's true.
Anyways, how are we doing today?
Good.
It's raining outside.
Was here earlier.
This is where you're supposed to applause and go, woo! I'm trying to get audience engagement up. I can't hear you.
Woo, woo, woo!
Yay!
Yeah. We like to have fun here.
We do. You
We
gotta
like
get
to
the
run a
audience.
podcast, but then don't have anything to talk about, so we have to just kind of fight through it until something pops up.
Oh, we have plenty to talk about.
Yeah?
Do we want to talk about it, though?
Talk about what?
I'll have a short podcast today.
Race issues?
No. Not talking about that.
I mean, we could talk about them. Do you want
I don't want to talk about that.
Okay.
We could talk about what is it? Freaking, gotta Google real quick. Move on for a little bit.
Talk.
The center of attention. We're waiting
Okay.
for you.
Yeah.
Yes, the political issues in Montenegro. That I just learned
Oh,
about.
I definitely don't care about that.
Well, apparently not long ago, they had half their population in a nationwide riot. So,
Oh.
that's
Just like
300,000 people rioting at the same time.
That'll happen.
Yeah. And it's because they are basically ruled by a dictator who's ruled since the fall of the Soviets. And the dude's trying to privatize 700-year-old churches.
That's epic.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting.
Wait, aren't churches already private?
No. It's all owned by the churches, at least in Montenegro.
Oh.
It might be an Orthodox thing, because they're Orthodox in there.
Oh.
I do believe.
Man, my mom went to an Orthodox wedding like half a year ago, and she showed me some videos, and it is like kind of weird. I hate to say weird when talking about other people's cultures, but like...
Oh, some cultures are weird, that's for sure. Everyone has their weird thing in culture.
Right. But like, I don't know. There was like an arch in the middle, like where the priest or officiator would stand. And then like they had to walk around the room and do like a chant prayer. And then like, it was kind of like going to like a Catholic church or something, and that it's like people had to stand up and then kneel and then sit down and then stand up and then sit down. And it was just like, there's just like this whole ritual. And like the guy speaks in tongues for like a good portion of it. And it's just like...
Okay, probably Latin.
Yeah, Latin, or I think it was specifically Russian Orthodox, so I don't know if they speak Russian there. Too. But yeah, it was a little weird just based on the videos I see. But also, I'm not Russian Orthodox. So, who am I to say, huh? Not anybody, I guess.
Ask the Russian Orthodox community in the comments.
Yeah, you guys...
We have those kind of viewers.
We're very famous in the Orthodox community.
Yeah.
I think we are.
I don't think we're famous in any community.
We're famous in the music review community.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
That's it. And the Kangaroo Jack community.
Of course.
Actually,
legends. I think we're more famous in the Kangaroo Jack community.
Yeah, except, yeah, probably.
It's our most viewed video.
Yeah. It's just great when you, like, work on a channel for, like, over a year, and then, like, one random commentary track you do just all of a sudden becomes your most viewed video, except nobody watches it.
I know. That's what kind of sucks about it.
So it's like, I got 1,500 views, but, like, nobody watched it. There's, like, 5 hours of watch time.
Whoa, it has a 60% like ratio? When did that happen?
I think people wanted Kangaroo Jack, and then when they saw that it wasn't Kangaroo Jack full movie, they probably disliked it.
Dang it, I thought I had to get a full movie off of YouTube.
This is ridiculous.
I guess whatever website they were finding it on.
Nah, this is just people searching Kangaroo Jack full movie.
Yeah, and it's spelled differently too, because I think it's all Portuguese.
Yeah, I think that's what we found out.
Yeah, Portuguese.
Yeah. So
we are back at 69 subs though, and this is episode 69, so we have reached a standstill.
Okay, are we gonna eat another lemon?
No, we're not doing it again.
This time we're gonna suck a lime.
Yeah.
And then drink a margarita.
I'm not gonna do anything. But it'll be kind of epic how they're like crossing at 69. Like this is the first time we'll have the same number of podcasts as subs.
Oh wait, this is podcast 69. What are we gonna do?
Well, it's starting off great so far.
I didn't know it was podcast 69.
I mean,
Dang
last
it.
one was 68. So
We could have had
naturally,
so many more subjects if we knew it was podcast 69.
Dude. This
Come on.
this episode could be a whole lot more elite than it could be.
Yeah.
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 if only we had more interesting things to talk about.
Did you guys hear about Ang Lee?
Nope.
What did he do? I don't think he did anything.
He's making Gemini Man 2.
That came out a while ago.
Did you hear about it though?
Yeah.
I think the dude's
I
into
didn't
the
really
rock.
care though. I was just kind of like, oh, okay. I will support Ang Lee in everything he does,
Except for Gemini Man.
except for Gemini Man.
I haven't seen Crouching
Wow.
Tiger, Hidden Dragon yet though.
Crouching Tiger.
But I've seen Brokeback Mountain and Life of Pi. That's it. His gay movie and his not gay movie.
I mean, Life of Pi was pretty good, so.
It was pretty good. I think Brokeback Mountain was like super good too, but Heath Ledger was also in it, so it was like
Weird.
it's gonna automatically be really good.
Yeah.
It's a gay Texan.
Gay cowboy.
Gay cowboy. Wait, no. No, Jake Gyllenhaal is the Texan. I think Heath Ledger's from Wyoming.
Same
If
thing.
I don't know. It's been a hot minute since I've seen that movie. But anyways, happy 69th podcast. This
We
is a
did it.
funny one. Are
If
we
we stop now, then we'll stop at 69.
Are you giving me a signal?
No.
Okay, guys, this is our last podcast. This is it.
We don't
We-
stop until
we-
690.
Okay,
that's-
690.
Yeah, I guess.
Wait,
That would take years.
wait. 690 weeks to years. Yeah, that's 13 years.
Okay,
that,
we're not
man.
stopping at 690. We'll pretty much stop way before that. So
Yeah. For sure 100.
yeah,
Why for
we
sure?
can do 100
We can do 100.
just to get the triple
podcasts.
digits. And then I'm gonna have to change the thumbnail because I can't fit 3 characters.
Yeah.
You
It's
weren't
like
thinking
a,
ahead.
it's a Y2K kind of situation.
Yeah,
Yeah. Where it's
Gotta
like,
think
like-
ahead
oh,
next time.
until I hit 100 podcasts.
You gotta think ahead before we hit 1,000.
that's
I don't
true.
think that'll happen either. I don't know if I can be doing a podcast in my 40s.
People do them all
13
the
years
time.
from now, that you want to be in your 40s.
I want to feel like I'm in my 40s.
Heck yeah.
Oh, wait.
Feel the 40s, man.
For some reason, I just like, man, I'm 18. I wouldn't be that, but I'm not 18. I'm 20. I don't know why I just had that
I
realization
thought
right
he was
now.
18.
Man, I thought I was still 17. What the heck happened?
That was like 5. Man, where did time go?
Man, what's going on? I don't know. It's just a little
The
bit
timings
weird.
are messing around with the timeline right now.
Yeah, that's it. It's a Mandela effect.
No, not that. It's just a time wizard.
So, a Mandela effect.
Probably somewhere in Saudi Arabia.
Okay.
With the timeline.
We should do cards.
We should watch
Cards?
Cars.
Yeah,
You want to do a car?
we could do cards.
Okay. I have them over here. 1 second. So,
All the
It's
cursed
it's like our
cards.
emergency blanket.
do you want the for kids or the regular?
No.
No, I'm not a kid. I'm 12.
Also, the For Kids one was really terrible from what I remember.
Stupid.
Okay, sorry.
Why'd you even get it?
I,
Yeah.
I don't. I didn't get these. They were just in my house.
Oh,
Okay.
why is the in your house?
This one's interesting.
Someone had,
This one, Paul will probably have an answer for. If you could have been there to witness any specific moment in... Oh, I didn't see sports history. Let's
I'm
just
gonna
cross
hate
out...
this.
Let's cross out sports, because I don't think me and Paul will say anything. What moment would you choose? So if you could be there at any moment in history, what would you choose?
Oh.
You don't know? Of all people?
I want to hear yours first. Let's hear yours first. You're the one with ideas.
I do have ideas sometimes.
Yeah,
so
Huh.
you got this.
Okay. Can I have two? Because I'm kind of torn. Well, not torn, because I think ultimately I would go to the first one, but also the second one would be just
already
a cool
breaking the
one to
rule
see.
of the card because we changed it. So yeah, two.
Okay,
Just
cool.
say
I'm gonna have
both.
two. Okay, so the first one I would want to see is I would want to go to the Washington D.C. MLK thing where he says "I have a dream" speech. I think that would be super cool to see. But my second one, which is the one that if I couldn't go to the MLK one for some reason, I would want to go see Queen play at Live Aid. So, there you go. Those are my two things. They're kind of super recent, but I don't want to go back in medieval times. Kidding
I
me?
just want to watch Shrek in theaters when it came out first.
Ooh, that's a really good answer. I didn't think about that. Man, okay, I'm not Shrek, but like, can you imagine going to the Empire Strikes Back, and then seeing like the big twist, or seeing like the Sixth Sense or something, like something with a huge twist, and then like seeing people experience it for the first time? That'd be so sick. I didn't think about that.
Half the people don't say anything. Half the people say, "Oh my god!"
Oh, mama.
Holy
But like in like a
moly.
whisper, it's like, "Oh my god!" Because you're in a theater. You kind of gotta,
Right.
theater rules.
Yeah, theater rules.
You gotta whisper. Yeah.
I think I'm gonna stick with what I had, because I think I would rather see Queen, like Freddie Mercury, play, especially Live Aid, which is the one that is like one of his best concerts, kinda, and then MLK, obviously. I think that would be just very epic. So those are my answers. You guys can now say.
I already gave my answer. So Paul.
Oh, that was your legit answer, is seeing Shrek in theaters?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't know. I've been thinking, and I don't know if it's a good. Well, I know it's a good one. It's just I don't know how I'd word it, because it's really, I'd have to make sure this would happen if I wanted to do it. I'd have to change history, just make it happen.
Oh,
But,
I think it's just observing. I don't think you get to change history.
are you like God in the sky and you get to observe or something?
Yeah, you're in spectator mode.
Oh heck
You,
yeah.
you have no say in what happens.
Yeah.
We're just there.
Heck yeah. Well, I would observe Alexander the Great's conquest of back then the entire world, of course, until he found India.
I'd rather watch Shrek.
That's
And
kind of
I
interesting.
could find where he ended up getting buried in that. Oh wait, no, that'd probably take another couple hundred years, maybe not. I was gonna say I can make a filthy fortune off finding where he's buried.
There you go. Wait, so do people not know where he is, like his body is?
No, his body was okay. So basically, after his death, he was sent to Alexandria, and then he had a giant tomb there for a couple hundred years. Then the Romans came in. Then they took his there was like some government that was like, okay, so we got this giant gold coffin with Alexander in it, but I need money. So they took their entire coffin, sold it, and they gave him like a glass coffin. And then after that, we don't know what anything happened, because this is like where the Dark Ages started happening, and Rome fell, everyone lost contact and everything. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, I guess it was. I guess Egypt was with Rome until like 500 AD or something. So I don't know. Somehow we like lost any clues of where it might be.
Weird.
Yeah. And they would dig where they believe the Ptolemy like family's tombs are, which is probably where Cleopatra is buried. But it's probably under like really dense Alexandria, and they'd have to like rip apart buildings and streets to do that, so they really can't do it.
True.
But yeah.
Plus, is it really worth it seeing like a skeleton? Because it's like, okay.
They actually, well, I don't know how long it lasts, but they embalmed Alexander like right as he died, pretty much.
Oh.
So like I don't know how long that lasts, but
it'd be like a mummy.
Pretty much, yeah. He was like kind of he was pretty much a mummy.
They just look kind of freaky.
Yeah. But hey, you get the guy that conquered most of the known world back then. He's right in front of you. That's where the fun comes in from saying it. He may be dead and non-existent anymore, but he's right in front of you.
Yeah. I don't know if I would want to see a battle, though. Because it's like, I'd rather see something fun and not people getting massacred or whatever.
That's why I want to watch Shrek.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody got massacred in that.
Farquaad got eaten. Spoiler alert.
Yeah, I suppose. I'm okay with that, though.
Okay.
I don't know. It's just the fact of watching an 18-year-old conquer the world, basically.
Wow.
Like, right as he was given the throne, he was just like, all right, so I'm going to do this, and he did it.
And then he won the whole wide world.
Yeah.
He even killed
and then
China.
It completely crumbled and died after he died, so.
Yeah.
Except Egypt, that lasted a while. Yeah, Cleopatra was Greek. And,
she was Egyptian.
She spoke Egyptian, but she was actually Greek. She was a Ptolemy.
Oh. Okay. Well, that was a good question, then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's pretty good.
I got another one, though. This one is a steamy one.
Ooh.
If you could know without a shadow of a doubt the answer to one question that has always troubled you, what question would you want to have answered once and for all? Guys, got any burning questions?
I was jokingly going to say the location of Alexander's tomb, but I'll think of an actual.
That's what we call a callback in the industry.
Yeah. The funny thing is I'm reading these cards, but I have like Twitter up on my monitor, and the thing I see is an Ellen ad, and they're playing a game called Burning Questions. It's so epic.
That's a burning question.
Sure it is. Okay,
This is a hard one.
Yeah, it's a hard one. Burning question.
Where is the lamb sauce?
That's your burning question?
Until I can think of a better one.
Yes.
Does
Until I
is
can
Bruno
think of a better
Mars's
one.
guy?
Beat those bars.
Thought I had one. Who's the Zodiac killer?
Oh, that'd be a good one.
I thought it was
I mean, we know it's Ted Cruz, but it'd
Yeah.
just be
Right.
good for some closure.
I almost said
Yeah.
Tom Cruise.
Tom Cruise. He's
Yeah,
probably
Ted
killed
Cruz.
people.
Ted Cruz.
Yeah.
He's the Scientology guy.
Yeah. He's done a thing or two.
Did you know that when Tom
Anything,
Cruise
dude.
goes on like film sets or whatever, the Church of Scientology like makes sure that everybody that he comes in contact with works with the church,
Ah,
so that basically he doesn't get unindoctrinated.
nice.
So like all of his assistants or whatever, the guys who make his
Imagine having a
platform
cult
shoes.
but being so scared that every single member will just fall out because they'll learn that your cult's just stupid.
I know.
You're gonna have a cult that will be super insecure about it, so
Right. It's a little weird. But I thought that like I did some digging on Scientology this week. But like it's a little bit weird in that the fact to move up in the church, I thought that it was just like a rich man's game where it's like you have to give like X amount of money and then you move up to the next percentile. But
Yeah,
actually, it actually like takes into account your income and you have to give a percentage of your income to the church. So it steals from both rich people and poor people, which I didn't know about.
So
But
if you
now I
have
do.
literally nothing, can you get in for free?
No.
Dang.
No, you have to pay.
Dang.
Yeah,
That
L.
would
Ron
be
Hubbard
great
would not stand for
system.
that. Well, actually, he wouldn't stand for anything because he's dead, but also he wouldn't stand for
He would
people
lay
getting
for
into his
everything.
church for free.
He would lie down for everything.
Yeah, he would lie down for just about everything.
Lie down, good sir.
And then he'd write another sci-fi book. Do you
But
guys have a
how-
burning question, or should I go to the next
nah,
card?
I can't think of anything.
Next question.
Who is the most famous person you have ever met?
Literally nobody. Maybe some random teacher I've had in school.
Hey.
Never met a famous person.
I feel like I have. I just forgot what it was.
Who's met a famous person?
I guess I can go first.
Yeah, you go.
You better go first.
Well, in terms of like actually meeting famous people, I haven't met that many, and that like I had like a one-on-one conversation with. I've talked to many Christian pop artists because my mom has connections at the radio station. I don't know if I've told you guys this story, but one time there's this Christian artist named Toby Mac. He's probably the biggest Christian artist, if I would take a guess.
Is he a country guy?
No, he does. He did rap, but now it's kind of more like pop. But like he started out and he was in a group called DC Talk, and that was all like Christian rap. And then when they split up eventually, then he kind of like transitioned to more of like a poppy soul kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
But he was my favorite when I was a kid, and my mom was working the phones at the radio station, and Toby Mac was supposed to call in and do a interview for the radio. And my mom wasn't supposed to answer the phone, but she didn't know that because no one told her. And so the phone rang, and she answered it, and it was Toby Mac. And he was like, "Hey, it's Toby Mac." And she was like, "Oh, wow, really?" And he's like, "Yeah, it is. Are you ready for the interview?" And she was like, "Oh, yeah, 1 second, I'll get you connected. I gotta say, my son is a huge fan." And he was like, "Hey, tell him I said hey." And she was like, "Oh, I will." And then one of the guys who worked at the radio station, that conversation was recorded because it was set up for the interview. So she has that clip. I bet I could, I don't know if I'll play it, but because that's my mom's actual voice, but you guys get what it was.
Just start it a little bit.
I think my dad has it on his work computer. I don't think I have it. But yeah, that's not the only person. I've met like other people in person. I haven't met Toby Mac on the record. But I've like met Skillet. Um, I think I met Red, but like my mom used to work at like the booth that for the radio station, and that radio station and Skillet were like really close. So like we talked to them for a bit, and I was a big Skillet fan growing up. So I was like, epic! I get to see Skillet. So I met a lot of Skillet. But in terms of links to the radio station, I met Billy D. Williams, who played Lando Calrissian, a couple years ago at Comic-Con, which was kind of epic.
We sat in the same room as Stan Lee for like a half an hour, so I guess that counts.
That counts. But no, I paid money to meet Billy D. Williams, so that's like my one claim to fame that I paid for. So I gotta make sure that I get mileage out of it.
Yeah, exactly.
What about you guys? Have you met anybody famous?
None.
I almost met Superman in Target when I worked there.
Superman?
Yeah.
Which one?
Brandon Routh.
Oh,
Not Henry. Yeah.
I love Brandon Routh.
Apparently he was in Target when I was working, but then he didn't come to my line, and I was like, oh.
Oh, what?
Dang it.
Dang.
That guy's from Iowa, you know.
Yeah.
That's probably why he was there.
I went to
then it
his
made more
panel.
sense. I'm like, wait. Who plays Superman that lives in Iowa?
Yeah, not to completely derail everything, but one of my mom's friends lives out in Norwalk, which is a small town in Iowa. But that's also where Jason Momoa's from, and he's home right now.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like my mom's friend will like keep posting Facebook statuses where it's like, just saw Jason Momoa at the gas station. We chatted. Just such a nice guy or whatever.
Such a nice man.
So,
He does seem like a nice boy.
it's nice to see that not everybody from Iowa is racist like John Wayne.
Yeah. Well,
We don't need
Dang
to
it,
talk
John.
about that.
I feel like a lot of Midwest celebrities are pretty cool.
Usually.
They grew up usually. Like
Usually.
if they grow up in like a small town Iowa or a small town like Midwest, then they're typically pretty cool.
Right. Yeah.
From experience at least. Like they're not like taking their celebrity because you'll just see them walking around like normal people.
Yeah.
Like no bodyguards or anything.
Yeah.
my
That's
God,
what I
Like,
like.
oh, that's nice.
Yeah.
It's easier to approach then. It's not like it's like, whoa, that guy's got like 7 bodyguards.
Yeah, it's like, whoa, that's too much star power for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel that.
Star power.
Yeah,
I don't know. That's
well,
probably my biggest one.
that's your biggest claim to fame.
Probably. I mean,
And it was an almost
Yeah.
meeting.
it was an almost meet. I've been in the same lobby as pro players before. I guess that counts.
Oh, wait. I just thought of one. What's the band that's from Iowa? That metal band?
Slipknot.
Yeah, I met Slipknot.
Yeah.
Heck
Grant
yeah.
did too.
Yeah.
Just work at IB and then you can beat Slipknot.
Well, they live over there.
Yeah.
It's not my fault.
Yeah, that makes sense.
It's not my fault I met Slipknot.
If you want to meet famous metal bands or Christian rock bands, just live in Iowa. I think that's the moral of the story here.
Or for metal bands, you can also live in Sweden. That works too.
Yeah, it's either like metal bands are from Norway and they're just super hardcore, or they're from Iowa.
Norway or Sweden or Iowa, basically.
Yeah.
Yeah. So my uncle, I already told you guys that the guy who owns the tattoo shop next to my uncle's record store, he's in a band with like the guitarist from Slipknot and the drummer from Metallica.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's just like doing it just cuz. And I'm like, I don't even know how they know these guys.
Connections.
I guess. Well, actually, I think because my mom grew up on a campground because my grandparents were like, hey, we always go to this campground. Wouldn't it be epic if we owned it? And then they were like, yeah. So then they did. And it was not as epic as they thought it was going to be, but that doesn't matter. But what does matter is that they had a like there was like the main house where like the family stayed, and then there was like a side house, and that was called the doll house, and that was where my uncle would he was in a band. He plays the drums, but he was in a band, and I think they were friends with, I think, the drummer from Slipknot. Like he would always come up to the dollhouse and they would play music together. So, like my mom has been kind of like going through photos over the quarantine, and she was like, "Hey, look, it's Scott or whatever his name is," and it was just like, "Yeah, that guy's in Slipknot." I'm like, okay, it's just weird to see like, because that's like Slipknot's a big band, and they're just like walking around everywhere. They're just super chill. But
Yeah, those are the best kind of celebrities.
yeah. Okay.
Unless they're so famous that they need protection, but like, yeah.
Yeah. But let's, you know what, this isn't a card, but this kind of goes along with that. What celebrity do you think would be, like, the easiest to meet? And I'm not saying, like, statistically where it's like you gotta line it up, where it's like, okay, I know that Tom Hanks goes to this hotel at 1 p.m. Central. I'm
just
saying,
like, who would you want to meet? Like, who
Yeah.
would be the easiest
You're
to,
probably
like,
just a stalker at that point, so
I'm not saying, like, who do you want to meet? Because then
who are
I
you
would be
business
like,
talking?
because if it was like, oh, who do you want to meet? Then I would be like, oh, well, I would want to meet Edgar Wright. But it's like, there's a cultural difference. And also, like, it would just be weird talking to someone who I hold in such high regard. But what I'm saying is, who do you think is, like, someone you would want to meet, but also, like, easily approachable, kind of nice guy or girl?
You don't know.
Hmm.
Obama. He's pretty nice.
Actually, I
man.
feel like Obama would be really approachable.
Yeah.
I don't know. What would I talk to Obama about?
I don't know, but like, if, just to
His
answer the
opinion on
question, like,
Trump.
he's approachable. He's got that like face.
Yeah, he's for
Okay.
sure approachable.
Yeah.
Maybe it's because everybody knows about him a little bit, so everybody knows that he's like kind of a nice guy. But like,
I know about him a little bit.
even
Yeah.
if you didn't know Obama, like, it's a friendly face you could walk up to.
Yeah,
Yeah.
have you seen the pictures of him? He's just smiling away with pure white teeth.
That's true. I would say
Smile.
Brick.
If you want to count him as a celebrity, yeah.
He's a celebrity.
He's a
If he's on famous
self-told
birthdays, he's
celebrity.
officially
Yeah,
famous.
that's the good standard.
That's
If you use
indicated.
famous birthdays, yeah, that works. That's fair. Okay, now that we have that stupid question that I made up out of the way.
God, why did you even make it up?
Come on.
Ooh. If you could know one fact about every person you ever met, what particular fact would you want it to be? In quotations, assume that the other person would not have to be aware that you know this fact about them.
Could you repeat
Their
the question?
credit card number, the expiration date, and the
Know something about them?
Yeah, if you could know something about every single person that you meet, but they don't have to know that you know. That's a good question.
It is a good question.
Yeah. Thinking emoji.
Thinking emoji.
Okay, I'm kind of torn because here's like my one. First one would be like food preferences, but I guess is that a fact or is that just,
I mean, that could change.
or could it be like is like a fact like something like that,
I mean,
or is
just
it like
something at that time when you're like, yeah,
okay?
Just something about him.
yeah.
So can I do like food preferences, or should I be like, have they ever seen Shrek before?
I mean, you could do food preferences.
Okay, because I was thinking either I don't remember what my second one was. It's food preferences. and I think it was like joke, like sensitivities.
Oh yeah, that'd be good.
That
that'd
would
be
be a
good.
good one.
It's always weird testing the waters on humor.
Yeah,
True,
because I feel
true.
like I always have to like dial myself back.
Probably,
Not
yeah.
saying that I'm out here like straight
Throwing
spitting the N
No,
word
but you
around,
do
but like
references that not everybody gets.
yeah, I do
So it's,
references
yeah.
and I do like a little bit edgier humor. Like I remember like as soon as I moved into Savannah, like it was on the second day and we were doing that thing with the girls like across the street that like they were holding
Oh,
up
yeah.
signs to the window. And then I was like, as a joke, I was like, hey, you should like draw a swastika on it as a goof. And then they were just like, what? Why would you do that? Thinking that I was like an anti Semite or something. But I'm like, guys, it was a joke. You gotta believe me. I just thought that they would get it, and they didn't. It took a while for them to warm up to
I
that
didn't
kind of
even get
humor.
that one. So
It was funny. Okay, you had to be there. It wasn't. I was
had to
like,
be
no,
Okay.
I was just kind of like it would have been funny to what we
Okay.
were doing. I was explaining it poorly. But
Yeah.
I think I would do joke sensitivities more than food preferences maybe.
Yeah. Well, like, yeah, you need something like that, like when you're having the conversation that, like, movies they've watched, it's like that comes up in conversation. I don't need to know that.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's true. Maybe like all of this is just stuff that you should learn about someone, and that's what bonds the relationship together.
Yeah.
You know what would be a good one
the
that
real
wouldn't.
lesson.
That's the real lesson. But maybe it could be something like shirt size or something. So then if you go and get them a gift, then they would be like, here's a shirt. And it's like, wow, it fits perfectly. How did you know my size? And I'd be like, haha.
You would never know.
It would be like the exact like tailor. Like I could go into a tailor and give me like, oh, give me a 36-24 and a 7 feet long arm, please. And then it would be like, oh, I know exactly who you're talking about. That is Jimmy
Better not
Stewart.
be 7 feet.
Jimmy Stewart.
You know.
Interesting choice.
Yeah, I just order shirts on Redbubble and then just get your size, and then that's pretty easy.
Yeah.
I also use me as a judge, like, for size, which is weird. I shouldn't do that because, like, I wear an XL even though, like, I'm super skinny, but I'm also super tall, and I can't wear big and tall because it's too tall.
Yeah, you're lanky.
So, like, no shirts fit me.
Yeah.
Like, I wear XL shirts, but every single shirt is, like, a different fit.
I think that's fair for all shirts.
Yeah, I suppose.
I think I ride the line of large and extra large, but like I like it to be a little bit more baggy on me.
I like oversized stuff.
Yeah.
Unless it fits perfectly, then I prefer that. But it never
Right.
does, so I just go with oversized because that's comfy.
Yeah. I feel the same way. Okay. Ooh. This is a weird one. If you had to wear a button with a maximum of 6 words on it describing your outlook on life, what would your button say?
I don't want to be a 16-year-old girl that wears 75 pins on her backpack in high school.
No, just
So-
one button that is your personal outlook on life.
RNGB with me.
RGB.
I mean, if you think about it, it's a pretty good quote.
Is that your personal outlook on life?
Yeah, I just have to hope the RNGesus gives me good rolls.
I think this question's just like a different way of phrasing, do you live by a life motto?
Yeah.
Which I don't.
I think it's just like put your personal outlook on life in 6 words.
Oh, that could be too.
Life is a dice roll, isn't it?
Not
Life
really.
is
but kind
a
of.
dice roll.
I
Yeah,
mean,
that's
it's
more than
all,
6
it's
words.
all it's all kind of set, but to you, it's a dice roll. Like you're hoping this person likes this, and like it's set. They like it or they don't like it. But to you, it's like you don't know if they like it or not. So it's like a 50-50, you know?
But you control the dice. It's not like you're out of control, you know? These are deep life metaphors with boy time.
Right. We're getting a philosophy lesson in.
Exactly.
Except I hate philosophy.
Yeah, you told philosophers to like jump off a bridge on the gaming video, so
As
I
a
didn't put that in
goof.
yet, so that you will see that eventually. But
As a goof, I said.
it's a goof.
I don't have anything against philosophy. Well, I guess I don't know why you would study philosophy now, but
Yeah.
I don't have anything against it.
I got you. Like, I find sociology a lot more fascinating than philosophy. Philosophy is interesting, but it's like, why?
Leave philosophy to the ancient Greeks.
Yeah.
That's what they were good at.
In philosophy, like sociology is basically philosophy on like a focused kind of more
It's like
cultural
more realistic.
scale. Yeah. Philosophy is
Philosophy
more
is
like,
just like
how
cool.
are human?
Interesting.
Do you think human? Yes.
Yeah.
Good. You are not rock.
Epic.
Meanwhile, psycho was. God, my mind just died. I completely forgot we were talking.
Philosophy.
Yeah, philosophy. I almost said psychology. Meanwhile, with philosophy, you're just like, and this is how you can like compare yourself with a rock. Like you're both beings in this world, you know. Like one's alive and one's not, but it's you're here, and that's philosophy.
There you go. I think philosophers were like,
a featherless biped, and then you put a featherless chicken.
I was about to say that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's how philosophers described man, is that it was a featherless biped, and then one of the guys walked in with a plucked chicken and was like, look at this, idiot. Doesn't
Was
have
it
feathers.
was the philosopher that just lived in the streets of ancient Athens?
I don't remember who it was, but it was one
He
of
was
them.
the one that did the featherless biped thing. 1 second.
Yeah, look him up. He's a cutie, except he jacked off in the streets and like threw shit at people.
Okay, maybe it wasn't Diocles because I'm coming up with a mathematician.
It started with an A, but I could be wrong.
Philosopher who lived in Barrel. Yeah, that's it.
That's
Diogenes of Sinope.
Yeah.
Diogenes. Yeah, it's a picture of him just laying up in a barrel.
Yeah, he's pretty epic. I think it was like he had a cup as his only possession, and then he saw a kid drinking water out of a puddle, and he was like, man, I don't need this cup. That's why he gave it to the kid. He was like the most minimalist guy ever.
Nice.
Yeah. He's a silly
I don't know
guy.
what I put on my button, so.
My button would say chill guy, cool guy, epic guy.
Yeah, I guess mine would just say chill 6 times. That's kind of the motto I live by.
Chill.
Oh, hey, you even live in modern day Greece. Sinope is a city in Turkey.
Turkey?
I mean, it's it used to be Greek like 1,000+ years ago, but I mean like 600 years ago.
Okay, this is going to be the last one, so we're going to end on a high note.
Okay.
Heck yeah.
If you were told that you could only watch one television show a week for the next 12 months, what show would you choose to watch?
Wait.
Judging
so
by
that TV show?
Only watch one television show a week for the next 12 months. So you can only watch, like, I guess one episode a week for 12 months.
Okay, this is actually like the perfect question for me in my situation. So I fixed it myself, but you guys know how like sometimes I'm like getting off at like 11, and then I'll just like watch TV for an hour to like tire myself out, and then go to sleep.
Yes, I'm familiar.
So instead of getting off at 11, I get off at 11:30, which is when The Simpsons is on. Watch that, go to bed, done. It's like the only time I watch TV during the week, anyways.
Oh.
So
So
yeah,
The Simpsons?
Yeah, Simpsons. It's on
Okay.
11:30 on whatever channel my freaking it's the TV that gets like 17.1, 17.2.
Oh, yeah. I don't know. Fox, probably.
Yeah, it's Fox.
Most likely.
Okay.
It's Fox, yeah.
Babby?
So it's only for 12 months. Like,
Yeah.
just whatever TV show I'm watching, I'll just
year.
watch. So, like, Better Call Saul right now, I guess. Because I don't watch a lot of TV.
But
Does
then
it
you're
have to
gonna... Huh?
Does it have to be on TV or does it have to be a TV show?
It just said a TV show. Doesn't have to be on TV.
It's still the same.
It said, so you'd only be watching one episode a week for 12 months. I would... Okay. It would depend, though, because there's 52 weeks in a year, right?
Yeah.
Maybe. I don't know.
This year's a leap year, but yeah.
Oh,
Leap
yeah.
year, heck yeah.
Well, that's only one day.
Yeah.
Does that make it 53?
I don't know.
Okay. Man, so then you would need something that has like 52 episodes or else you're starting over again. Because that's what I was thinking. I was like, I just do Black Mirror.
Are you forced to watch it?
I don't
You're
know.
forced to
Like,
watch
it's
it.
not like
on-
you're forced to watch it. Like, I usually don't watch TV anyways.
Well, I'm
And
wondering...
with, like, shows that you actually keep up with on cable, it's once a week anyways.
Well, I guess you have to keep in mind this was made... I don't know how long we've had this, but my guess is 2000s. Let
Okay.
me see if it's on here. No, it doesn't have the copyright year anywhere, but... so there's like no YouTube, no Twitch, anything. So you're pretty much just watching, like renting movies from Blockbuster or watching whatever is on TV. And so you can only watch one TV show.
But if you go by that logic, we can't watch any TV shows after the 2000s.
No, you can watch TV shows that are after then. I'm just saying keep that kind of mentality in mind when answering this question. Jafeel?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But like I don't watch TV.
I don't usually either.
Just say The Simpsons to the
So
easy
it's not
answer.
really like
And I'm trying to think of like something lighter. So like, well, I could watch Arrested Development or something, but then I would also have to watch like season 4 and 5, and I don't really want to do that. I guess I could just go basic white girl and say The Office. So I guess I'll just do that.
That would be very basic white girl of you.
That would be very basic white girl of me, but what can I say? I'm a basic white girl.
Can I say?
Yeah.
Nothing against basic white girls, of course.
It's just we're males, so
Yeah, we're males.
you'd have to transgender to be a basic white girl, and I don't really want that. I'm not that type.
It's funny to make fun of women when you're men. That's what I find.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Obviously, they're making fun of us and they're behind our backs.
Right. It's like, girls can't talk about anything besides what us guys are doing. Am I right, fellas?
I have fragile masculinity.
Yeah. Me and my boys, we like to play tackle football and wrestle. Not in a gay way, though. It's just, I don't kiss them.
And the socks are on.
Don't hug them after we're done playing.
I don't hug them, and I don't spank them when they're walking past me.
Okay, now you're just going too far.
No, people do that. That's a sport thing.
I know.
Dummy.
Hey, language.
Sorry.
Sorry, accepted.
Are you a puppet created by Jim Henson? 'Cause you're a dummy. Am I right?
This dude.
Anyways, I guess what we're saying is end toxic masculinity. And all men are trash. Yeah, I think that's what we're saying.
That's true.
Yeah.
I know I'm trash.
I would consider myself a bit of a garbage man.
I don't know if you guys know this, but you can find some pretty good stuff in trash cans sometimes. Just wander around the neighborhood.
Didn't know we had a dumpster diver on our podcast.
Yeah. Heck yeah, it's where I get my money, which is not very much.
No.
No?
No.
No.
Paul, how many trash cans have you been through?
Let's see. Probably a good 30 near me. The Target's got a good, you can find some good stuff there. Good scraps. That's about it.
Oh, that's pretty high.
I just go to Goodwill.
Oh, I'm not high when I do it, don't worry.
No, that's a high number. I would have expected something like, I don't know, something like low, like a low number, like 3.